Hey, it's time again for Tim's Vinyl Confessions. Welcome. This is a short one today. It's on Def Leppard, and one of my favorite bands. I don't have a lot of vinyl from them. The only vinyl I have from them is from the 80s. They only did 4 albums. Yet somehow I have 5. Let's get started. I don't have the EP or anything like that, nothing fancy. First Def Leppard album, On for the Night, 1980. And like a lot of records in my collection, ring wear happens. The shape of the record makes these marks around where the record lays in here, and it's pretty hard to avoid. This is from 80, and I'm not sure how old it was when I came into possession of it. So yeah, it's got quite a lot of ring wear. I like the way they did the logo and the triangle here. It's the only record they did. Back cover. The band, the credits. This is a US edition. And let's see what's inside. Just a plain white sleeve in the copy that I have, and the typical black Mercury logo with the red logo on the label. This record looks like it's been played quite a lot. It's got a lot of wear on it. Second Def Leppard album, one of my favorites, High and Dry. This came out in 1981, and this is the one that I've got 2 of. This version here is a Canadian edition. It's actually a Canadian Columbia House edition. I like this album cover, the way that in some of these shots there's mustaches, and then there isn't, and then there is, and then there isn't. It's never the same thing. It was done by a company called Hypnosis, who are known for Pink Floyd sleeves, UFO, a lot of the 70s British rock bands, which Def Leppard are definitely a British hard rock band, and it has a distinct style, very abstract sort of thing. So here's the back cover, band members. And I don't know if there was a lyric sleeve inside High and Dry, because like most of my records, it's used. So I do know that this, again, fairly well used record here. Same Mercury logo, both sides. And I've got another edition of High and Dry I'm going to show you, because High and Dry was reissued in 1984 after Def Leppard had made it really big. Nothing different on this cover here. The only thing different on the back cover is that this has a song called Me and My Wine added to it, and a remix of the song Bringing on the Heartbreak. So this came out in 1984, but nothing else is different on it. This is a Canadian edition of it. I don't know which one's rare. This one's actually, the glue has worn off of here. This is, I guess you could say, their first custom label, even though Pyromania came first. This one is just like a white label with orange, and vinyl's not in bad shape. The rest of the sleeve is pretty beat up. The third Def Leppard album, Pyromania, of course, is the one that sent them into superstardom. The iconic album cover, if there ever was one. This is from 1983. This version that I have here is Canadian. Back cover. Song titles, credits all written on matchsticks. Pictures of the band here. And this one has a sleeve that's been taped up. It's a little bit worn, taped on the bottom so the record doesn't fall off. Just completely red on one side, completely red on the other. And this had a custom label. Minimal, but still a custom label. In the States, their albums were on Mercury polygram, and in Canada they were on Vertigo. Not a lot of difference. It's essentially the same label, just a different imprint. And finally, I said this is a short one. I could go on a long time about this album. It's one of my all-time favorites. Of course, 1987, Hysteria. Like the cover art, and vinyl is a good opportunity to show it off for sure. This is a Canadian edition as well. And I wish I had some of the picture sleeves to show you that came from this album, but I do not. These are credits, of which there are a lot of credits on this album. It takes a long time to read through them. A write-up about basically what was going on between Pyromania and Hysteria. Life at the Top with Def Leppard, 1984 to 87. And finally, we'll show you the record itself. Same color scheme as the rest of the album, as far as the red and yellow printing. Oh, now here's an example, and this happens with vinyl once in a while, which I like. It's just got the mouth from the Hysteria cover. And so over here, it's got all the song titles. So it doesn't say side 1 and side 2. It says this side, in the song titles, other side, which is a little bit unique. That's all I've got for Def Leppard vinyl. DefLeppard.com is their website. I don't really need to tell you who they are, but that's my vinyl. It's Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more episodes.